Awesome. Cool. Welcome to Sex Selling Introduction class. And we are here together to dive into the world of sexy selling and what does that look like to us. In my journey of learning and getting into the energy of sex or selling was very similar. And I was like, this this similarity, these the patterns that I saw in both the spaces, the way my body responded to it, the way I felt in both the spaces was so similar that this idea of bringing these topic together and see how we all think about it, how we all perceive it, and how we all can navigate it um, in these parallels is very interesting to me. So, and you are the brave ones who entered into this space. I know all of these three topics are not very comfortable to most of us, whether it is sex, whether it is selling, or whether it is seduction. And still, you chose to show up here. Um, tells a lot. So, thank you for that. And those who joined, I'll again repeat, I invite you, most of you, to be on camera for most of the session so that we can engage, interact, and talk about. And I'll be able to get into your energy and ask questions and be able to support you better while you're on camera. If you are driving, you need not to. So please don't. Thank you for the commitment, Umesh. Awesome. So I got this like for after real long, I was like, I'll make a slide and see how does that look like. So I'll just share the first screen of it for you to get sink in the allow yourself to get into this energy of sex selling introduction. So how many of you are either a healer or a coach or an entrepreneur? If you can just thumbs up, raise your hands. One, Manju is one of it.
I am one.
Okay. Lesuna is definitely. Coach Divya says in her name, Umesh is a healer, a coach. Chani is a healer, a coach. Trisha is also, wow, so many, like almost, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7. Pragya is also great. So many of us are here. Divya is too great. So I guess this number is light now 50%. Um, at least 50% of us are healer coaches and entrepreneurs. And what else is possible? Shivangi is one I know. Rivati is one I know, I believe. Ravi is one I know. So, okay, this number is going beyond 50% now. Chandni has raised her hand. Yes. So, while and do you identify yourself as a seller while you are a healer, a coach, or an entrepreneur? Do you also see yourself as a seller? No. Pragya is a big no, not at all. How dare you call me a seller? Chani says no. Thank you.
I would want to, but I still don't associate myself as a seller. I can sell other things and services. When it comes to the healing practice, it's a big wrongness in my current reality to sell that.
Yeah. It is wrong to sell, healing practice. That's one point of view. Thank you for saying that. And we all have that at some point of time. We all have that, had that. It's more of skills. Okay. I can't relate to the term seller, Shivangi says. Thank you for saying that. And while I was selling, I think it was very recently somebody called me a seller, not recently, like at least 3 to 6 months back. And I was like, no, 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 I am not a seller at all. I defended it to my heart. I definitely have judgments around it too. Thank you for saying that. I was like all in defending कि मैं seller नहीं हूँ यार, मैं तो काम कर रही हूँ जो मेरे दिल में है ना, मैं बस वो कर रही हूँ. And eventually people like it and get into my classes or buy my things. That's totally, their choice, but I'm not the seller. And I hope a lot of you can resonate that too. Thank you for asking that. Like, what what is selling? So anything for me, selling is that anything that I am creating and I'm giving it, offering it to the world. If I have a product, if I have a service, if there is something, a part of me that I've created and I'm offering it to the world, then I am selling. And oftentimes the exchange can be monetary, like you will be asking money for it. Sometimes it might not be monetary. Sometimes you might be exchanging it with some, um, some visibility, or maybe some, you do it for me, that kind of barter. But oftentimes when you are creating a product, creating a service, when you're serving in the world, you're also selling. And when you sell, you actually serve the world better. And by serving, I mean serving in any form or sense. You can be serving it with your art. You drew something um, that is desirable to someone. You draw a beautiful painting and then you put it up and somebody bought it, somebody liked it, and it was desirable to someone and they paid the value for it, like they paid the money to you. It can be also serving. It happens in relationships also, in marriages also, in um every time you're serving, you're actually also selling something that you might be able to very tangibly see or not see, but it's there. So, and and it also happens in sex, like very similarly, when you are actually being with someone and where you're in the energy of sex, you're also then very much in the energy of selling, and we'll go talk more about that. But before that, when you are selling, or when you see yourself as a seller, there are a lot of point of views that come along. A lot of you might have had experiences with sellers, where people pushed things towards you. They're constantly repeating something to you that you were not at all interested in. Those credit card calls that came to you again and again and again, like, please buy this, please buy this, please, why don't you buy this? And they became rude to you and they became so persuasive, and they were not honoring your yes or no, and you felt so irritated about it. And that can also be a reason that when it comes to selling, you might see yourself shutting down, when you might see yourself numbing, you might see yourself in a very irritated space where you don't want to be there. And as much as you might have also sold in previous lifetime, this lifetime, and you have been objected by your clients, like, how can you, like, this is so expensive, this is not working, somebody else gave a better deal to me, your offer was not that great, your product wasn't great, I could have, it was a bad experience, or no, I don't have the money for it. And you might have had gone out there in the world with your offers, with your services, and you were so excited about your product, and people rejected it, and you felt like a failure, like, I created it with so much of my love, and me being out there, and their rejection Somehow you took it in, and either you just fought with them like, no, 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 this is valuable, this is really great, you are not seeing the value in it, I don't know how come you are not able to see it, no, 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 this really works, this has worked for so many people. Either you went into that defending space, or you froze and you felt, and I remember me freezing, when I created my first class years back. um, I wanted to do a lot of it, and I was doing it with another coach. It wasn't, I think, uh 2017 when I was doing a public class. It was like the biggest class that I organized at that age. um and the class went well, but um the other facilitator was very experienced, and she had certain set of expectations with us, but because of some last minute changes that happened, um things changed, the way the entire flow changed. And at the end of it, um she I think she mailed me. Yeah, she sent me a big mail about all the way I did all the wrong things, how I was not, how I was not present, I was not experienced. And then I was not experienced. It was my idea, so I think she thought that I'm very experienced, but I was not. It was my first um public class as such. So, and I still feel I did a great job. um but I think she had some structures in her mind. She wanted things to go tuck, tuck, tuck. For me, it was flowy. For me, it was easy. If we had to exclude two parts of it, it was okay with me. Um, and she sent me a big mail where she wrote like, you have done all the. I thought you'll be experienced. You had no experience. It was so stupid. I felt so shameful being part of it. Blah 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 blah, and I froze. When I saw that mail, I was like, what? Until then, I thought I did a great job. It was such a successful workshop. People had such great feedbacks. And when I read that, I felt so rejected. I felt like a failure. I felt so um, shameful. It was a difficult feeling to be in. Um, and I felt so angry. And I wrote a mail um, in a response, and it was a long, long mail. Um, and every time I get into such responses, I tend to take a pause with it. So I was like, okay, I won't send it now. I'll send it tomorrow morning. Until now, I did not send that mail because I felt like it wasn't adding any value to anybody. Um, but I could see myself taking a step back from, selling, taking a step back from creating something so wonderful, because the fear of rejection sets in. And to help us navigate this, I also want to go into the parallel reality of sex. And I want to put this question forward. Do you desire sex? Do you want sex? Do you desire sex? Everything that brings up in list on right and wrong and bad part per calling shots, purse, provides and beyonds. So how many of you desire sex? Like, there's this strong want that comes in, like I really want sex. Like I really want to get into that intimacy. I really want it. I really would like to have somebody just right here at some, like, maybe in last week. I'm not saying right now, but do you have that desire within you? You can thumbs up,
I
thumbs
do.
up. Lesuna says she does. Thank you. And if there is um and if there is a numbing, if there is a shutting down, if there is a freeze, Krishna says yes. You feel when it comes to be desiring sex, it can also be a very similar experience as of sales. Like, you might have had been in some sexual abuse, some trauma, you might have been um, in a sexual experience where somebody just pushed it to you, like just let's get done with it, and it wasn't a good experience, you felt not honored, you felt there was either there was no consent, or you felt this is not fun, you felt um, not safe, you felt rejected, you felt judged. Any of such experiences might lead you to a space where you were like, maybe I don't desire sex, maybe I don't want it. This puts me in a very weird, um, difficult energy when I think of having sex, desiring it, wanting it. So, this is how our, past experiences, past journeys, past choices come in our present and creating our future, because um, we pull in certain point of views about that particular energy, about that particular experience, about that particular term itself. So if you feel any sense of, if you feel any resistance in your body when it comes to being a seller, and you know what? You can sell only when you believe that you can add value to people's life. So if you are adding value to the world in any way, you can be a seller. So wherever you have already decided that you have no value to add, then what the fuck would you be selling, and how would you call yourself a seller? Or you would have, um, or you had experiences where you thought you have added a value, but it was rejected, and thus you um, concluded that you will never sell, that you will never go out in the world with your product, with your service, with your value, and will never go show up as a seller. Yes, Pragya.
So there are two things for me. When I am selling something, whether it's a product or a service, I go into this mode of, it is a brilliant something, but it's not being valued, or it's not being the people don't buy it. I am not able to sell it. But when I'm selling it for someone else, whether a service or a product, I'm very good at it, and there is no personal agenda or anything of to lose personally or at stake, so to say. How can that I shift that and have the same ease with myself?
Hmm. Thank you for asking. So basically, what I hear is that it's easy for you to sell others, but when it comes to selling your offers, your products, yourself, it becomes difficult, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it becomes easier for others. One reason could be because you know there's you said there is less at stake. You know, you're not fearful of being judged, because even if the judgment comes, it comes to somebody else. And somewhere you also believe in the value that they're adding to the world, as much as you're still proving the value that you're adding to the world. So number one is, do you feel that um so do you desire you, Pragya? Is there is a desire towards yourself?
Yes and no.
Yeah. So there are parts of you that you feel desired for, like there are parts of you that you love, that you feel all um in love with, all sexual, sensual with. You are willing to show it off to the world. Say
Yes.
for example, you you feel like your breasts are desired, you love your breast, for example. And this is the part of you that you're like, you're willing to show it, you're willing to flaunt, you're willing to talk about. And then, say, your buttocks. you feel like there's something not right or amazing about it. It does not look as great as it should be. Um, and then you're willing all the time you are focusing on hiding that part of you. So the number one key thumb rule when it comes to selling is that you have to allow yourself to desire all parts of you. And when you will fully desire all parts of you and fully be allowing yourself to get naked, you know, fully naked, like, कि इतना तो छुपाना नहीं है, ये छुपाना नहीं है. You allow yourself to be fully naked and there's nothing that you have to hide. There are parts of you that you're amazing at, there are parts of you like, I know that I can go and heal people with their any body pain that they're having. At the same time, I feel like maybe I'm not so great at designing amazing posters or talking about my programs and blah, blah, blah. So when you allow yourself to love both the parts of you, like, ठीक है, I'm so great at it and I'm not so amazing at it, but I still love and accept myself with this. And I'm willing to be naked and show all my body parts, show up in the world with my fullest authenticity, whosoever I am. Maybe I'm great at English, or maybe I'm so not good with English, when it comes to going out and speaking in public, I'm not so great with it. And instead of judging myself for it, I would allow that part to be seen. And then it becomes so easy to add value in people's lives also. Because now, when you are fully being authentically you, when you're fully naked, when you are not fearful of any part of you, when you are not fearful of losing anything, because you're already all out there naked. And I'm not saying that believe in your value and all of that. I'm saying that allow yourself to be fully seen authentically as your truth. And that's what we do in sex, no? You have to allow yourself to get naked, undress yourself. That's the very first step. And when you will undress yourself, there will be nothing that you have to hide. And now you can fully go and talk about your product, your offer, your service as an expression of who you are. And there's a part of us that always believes in that I'm not desired the way I am. I'm not fully desired the way I am. So I will become something that is worth desiring. Thank you, Shivangi. So I'll actually go, say, for example, I tell you that, I really don't like your nose. All your body is so amazing. I love it. I would really like to have sex with you, but this nose or maybe your boobs are not that great. So would you go and get a boob job or a nose job so that now you can be desired? No, right? You would go out in the world with the same nose, with same boobs, and you'll say, this is who I am. If you desire me, then be here. If you do not desire me, that's okay. I won't judge you for not desiring me. I'm not Rajma Chawal. Like, not everybody is gonna be liking me. Now, there will be people who would love and want to like have sex with me, want to come to my classes, want to buy my products and services because they desire the exact version of who I am at this point of time. And I always believe in that I'm constantly attracting and creating clients, and these clients are invisible. And these clients are not somebody who I see here and there and there. These are the clients who are constantly being pulled towards me because they desire exactly what who I am. They desire the kind of person, like, the kind of hair I have, the kind of body I have, the way I talk, the way I facilitate. They desire this exact version of me. And those who do not desire me might have different preferences. Somebody might like somebody with real long hair. Somebody might like somebody with real fair skin. Somebody might like somebody with a certain accent. And because they reject me, because I do not have that kind of skin or that kind of body language or that kind of clothing or that kind of persona or that kind of attitude or that kind of thoughts or that kind of skill, whatever is their preference, if they reject me, I wouldn't take it personal. Their rejection is their point of view. Their rejection is their point of view, is their preference. It has nothing to do with me. And I don't change my offers, my product, myself, my services just because somebody coming to me is telling me that, what, this is too long, this is too short. How come you give just 6 classes in 60,000 rupees? How come you do not, there are people who are just charging 6,000 for 6 classes, and how come you can charge 60,000 in India and all of that point of views can come to me? But this is who I am. This is what is aligned to me. And if you are not a client who is aligned to my values, who is aligned to what I am offering right now, I would love you regardless. First of all, I don't judge you. I still love my clients and I still love everybody who comes to me. But I know that, okay, it's more of a dating, अभी sex के पहले थोड़ा dating पे आ जाते हैं. So when you're dating people, somebody you meet, you might like them, they are so fond of their work and they're like, great, you are so amazing, I'm loving you. But now when it comes to getting together, you might just feel like, you cannot be fit in into certain lifestyle itself. The kind of money that you want to spend uh, is not fitting in. The kind of lifestyle you want to have is not fitting in. Or maybe the kind of belief system you have about certain things, which is very strong to you, is not fitting in. So you will part ways. You wouldn't make anybody, bad or good or right or wrong for it. It's like, I really like you, are such a great person, but you want to marry right now, and I'm not ready for marriage for another 5 years. And that's why we have to part ways. I'm sure we all have done that at some point of time. At least I did. So, and I still love all of them. Like, all my exes, I think I have this huge, deep respect and love for them. But I knew that we wanted different things, and I'm okay with that. And I'm not gonna change my body, my offers, my services based on others' preferences. A very interesting example is, say you are in a restaurant and you are somebody who just makes Italian food. Like, you make pasta, you make ravioli, all of that. And somebody comes and they want uh, chole bhature. You know, you would not, it's like, oh, you want chole bhature, but I would just want pasta. We just make Italian food. What do we do? What do we do? But like, how come you don't want to make chole bhature? Do something now. You won't like start putting all your energy and effort into making chole bhature. Even if chole bhature could be the most wonderful thing, but this is not what you are right now. And you will allow them to, you know what, maybe you can leave. Maybe you can go find another shop that actually makes chole bhature and they must be great at it. So, would you allow yourself to be desired in the exact version of you? Does anybody want to say something? Ah, say all the parts that, and there are parts of your business also that you feel that you like and that you feel that, um, yeah, there are parts of me that I don't wish to share with the world. Yeah. But you, until and unless you don't allow yourself to be authentically, fully you, it becomes really hard to add value. And you, like, like you would be adding value, I'm sure. But then there's always, there's always some sense of calculation comes in कि यार इतना दिखाना है, यार ये नहीं बात करनी है, यार ये नहीं सोचना है, यार ये नहीं बोलना है, यार ऐसे नहीं करना है, वैसे नहीं करना है. But when you're fully all naked, now all you have to do is just be present, um, get into, um, allow yourself to be seen in front of your partner, make love, enjoy the journey of pleasure, and then finally, have the orgasm that you were seeking for. Because now you're all undressed. So that's the very first step. And even if there are parts of your body that you feel like are not great, are not in shape, are not perfect, you still can't have sex if you're not undressed. So, and your partner, the someone who'd love you, would desire your body in whatever shape and form and would be willing to make love to it when you are in the energy of sex. And when you're totally all in, nobody goes for कि क्या है ये, moisturized है कि नहीं है, ये कैसा है, वो कैसा है. No, you're just all in. You're not thinking at all. And if you would like to get into a space in terms of selling and creating and making money, you have to allow yourself to come to your bodies, get undressed, come to your bodies, shut that mind, and then flow. Everything that brings up in let's sound right and stronger and bad pot for calling shots, person, beyonds. And if you don't desire you, it becomes very difficult to believe that people will desire you or any part of you, or any extension of you, or any service of you. And you and when do you feel more sexual, most sensual, most sexual? When is the time when you feel most sexual, most sensual? When do you feel most sexual, most sensual?
When I'm confident.
Hmm.
And I can also be vulnerable, like, when I trust the person whom I can be vulnerable around. Not necessarily in an intimate version, but, when there's confidence with a friendship,
Yeah.
when you're having a proper confidence with somebody, then
Yeah.
I feel more confident there.
Yeah. And what I hear is that when you can be vulnerable, when you feel safe, when you're confident in who you are, there is no judgment. Um, then you feel most sexual, most sensual, most desirable. And that is the place when you're able to be your authentic self. When you are in your authentic self, then you feel most sexual, more sensual. Your authentic self could be, just dancing crazily. Your authentic self could be comedy, humor. Your authentic self could be just going out loud in the world, like, really out loud. And your authentic self can be very soft and tender and would want to just be grounded. And that's where you feel fully yourself. So when you are being your authentic self, it just becomes uh, it's the easiest time when you feel more sexual and sensual. Welcome, Vineet. Feel safe. Hi. Hi. Thank you, Krishna. And now, when you are in your most authentic self, and you feel all sexual and sensual, and you have undressed, how do you see yourself in selling? And say, let's talk about whatever is your offer in the world that you sell. Maybe it is a class, maybe for Krishna it can be, a makeup project, or maybe for somebody it can be a product that you are building. Maybe for somebody it can be a skill. Yes, Krishna.
Yes, I would like to share something about this makeup. अभी ये मैरिज की सीजन चल रही थी ना, तभी कोई ब्राइड के साथ बात हो रही थी मेरी कि मेकअप के चार्जेस डिस्कस हो रहे थे एंड मुझे उनके डेस्टिनेशन पे जाके रेडी करना था। तो पहले बहुत सोचती थी प्राइस बताने में और खुद को डाउट करती थी, लेकिन अभी ऐसा ये आफ्टर आपकी प्रोग्राम जो अटेंड किए हैं उसके बाद वो शोज अप होना, आप बोल रहे हो ना कि जैसे हो वैसे ही दिखना यहाँ पे, जैसे तो पूरा डिफरेंट ही मेरा पैकेज डिसाइड हुआ। एंड उनको बोला मैंने, वो बोल रहे थे कि मैंने पैकेज ऐसे ही डिसाइड किए हैं कि आपके आने जाने का इसमें हो गया। मैंने आपने कैसे डिसाइड कर लिया मेरे डेस्टिनेशन में आने का वहां पे चार्ज? तो मैंने बोला वो अलग से होगा, आप नहीं डिसाइड कर सकते हो कि आपने इंक्लूड करके ही मुझे बताया प्राइस। मेरा इतना होगा, इफ आपको कंफर्टेबल है ये प्राइस के साथ देन आई विल कम, अदरवाइज यू कैन चूज समथिंग एल्स। ऐसे बात होने पर फिर उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि हाँ, मैं बोला बाद में बार्गेनिंग भी नहीं चलेगा, मुझे एडवांस पेमेंट चाहिए, फिर मैं आपका बुक करती हूँ ऑर्डर। एडवांस पेमेंट किया, फिर अभी बुक किया ऑर्डर। सो इतना चेंज एंड शिफ्ट आया है आफ्टर ऑल योर प्रोग्राम अटेंडिंग, ये बुक रीड एंड ऑल। सो यस, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I have seen, Krishna, you and all my participants actually stepping into your power by allowing yourself to be desired, to be in your fullest authentic self, and to be constantly tuning into the frequency of pleasure. And that's what we'll be talking next. Like, now, when you have undressed yourself, now, when you have created an offer, and how do you create an offer? How do you actually know, like, what is it that I'm selling? How do I define it? How do I talk about it? How do I make myself go speak in the world? Is a topic of another class. But say, for example, know that, any offer that you have created at any point of time, uh, it can be just a bar session. I think most of us would be able to relate to that. When you have an offer and you would like to sell it in the world, or um, when you have put it out in the world, okay, this is who I am a bars practitioner, I'm an access consciousness bars facilitator, and I create this class, or I can do this session. This is what it starts with, this is the effect of it, this is how I play with it, this is what I charge for it. um, when you are fully all naked means, in terms of selling, is this is what exactly me and my offer looks like. I'm not hiding any part of it. Even if this sounds you to the even if this sounds weird to you, crazy to you, um, no, expensive to you, cheap to you, stupid to you, but this is who I am and this is what it is. And now, when you have undressed yourself with that, and you are going out in the world and talking about it in the energy of sex, it is never about orgasm. It's always about pleasure. You think your goal is orgasm, but the moment you will get the orgasm, it just finishes. So it is actually about pleasure. And what if you can start enjoying this journey of selling in the world, this journey of talking about yourself, talking about your service, talking about your coaching, your facilitation, talking about your product in the world to the people again and again and again and again. And you are loving how it is showing up. And I'm not saying it is gonna be a beautiful ride and everybody would be standing in queue for you, waiting for you to buy from you. But what I'm saying is that when you allow yourself to be fully seen with your offer, um, people who would be vibrating with that desire in their world, for the value that you are adding. So any desire that you have, like, say I have a desire um, to run this Conqueror program for next year. I would like to engage in money and business coaching with a group of people for the entire year. This is my creation, my value addition to the world. Now, somebody in the world, and this is for healers, coaches, and entrepreneurs. Now, some healer, some coach would be desiring to have a support community around them where they can talk about money, business, with the touch of sex, with the touch of orgasm, with the touch of playfulness, with the touch of feminine and masculine energies in a way that I facilitate. So somebody would have a desire to talk about money, coaching, money, business, with seduction, with sex, with who I am. Now, they vibrating at that frequency would be willing to find me. And me broadcasting my offer out in the world, my out in the universe, would actually start creating clients in the world who would be desiring this offer, even if I can't see them. And eventually we'll meet and we'll start, creating from there. I'll come to you, Shivangi. Ravi was saying something.
Hi, Sonali. You just answered my question. So I just kept my hand down.
Thank you. Thank you. I thought
Thank
it
you.
automatically went down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hello. So, two things are coming up for me. One is, I was in a way kind of also looking at the space that, what was my dating idea back then, and, like, how did I choose my partner, or all of that. And I also feel that somewhere that is very much connected to us selling our products, because by the end of the day, basically, I am my product, you know I mean, I find it very difficult to detach myself from the product per se. So what I wanted to ask you was that when I was looking at my dating scene, I felt that I have always been interested in people who are interested in me. Let's say if I have someone who I'm interested in, but I can also perceive that maybe they don't find me that fascinating, so then I will anyways kind of back off, like I'll not even reach out to that person. But if I feel that there is an inclination, then only I would pursue it. And I feel that the same thing happens to me when I sell anything, and somehow that number is always very less. which disappoints me. It's like, okay, if I will keep going by this whole deal of I'm interested in those who are interested in me, and so I will not always fully show you who I am until I know that you are also equally interested, so it's a very yeah, and I feel that it's the exact replica in my selling schemes.
Mm.
So yeah, I wonder how to go around this.
Yeah. So let's talk about dating and selling up.
Hmm.
So when you're in the dating scene, um, what happens is you are seeing a lot of people, and um, you're allowing yourself to be seen to them. And then there are certain people, you're actually saying you're dating just one this person, and you're allowing yourself to know them to know you. You know, in the world, you're allowing people to know you, and you're allowing yourself to know them. When it comes to selling, number one, selling does not happen, the moment you meet somebody, you are not ready to marry them first. That I wanted to talk, so I'm just pulling it's dropping it here. So the moment you start dating, you are like, okay, you are the one, you are gonna be my client, and we are gonna work together, and you are gonna be man program, and this so it's gonna happen, and we'll be gone having babies and blah blah blah. You don't do that, right? You take your time with them. You get to know them. You allow them to know you. You start more of letting them know who you are, what you believe in, what is your way of, what is your offer, um, what are the kind of um, topics that you're interested in, what are your likes, what are your preferences, what are their likes, what are their preferences. So it's okay to allow yourself to know your audience, to know the kind of people you're dating. So what do they like, um, what do they desire, what are the challenges that you're going through, what do I like, what do I desire, what are the offers that I'm having, what are the challenges that I'm going through, what is my journey, what is their journey. And while you are actually getting to know them more and more and more, there's certain trust, there's certain safety that get builds over time. Now, when you present an offer, like, this is what is out in the world, there will be certain people who will be interested for it, and there will be certain people who are not, and you'll be willing to perceive it also. Again, these are the people who might buy it, these are the people who might not buy it. Now, number one, when you allow yourself, there will be certain people, when you talk about your offer, they'll just reject it right away. They'll shut down, they'll numb, they'll freeze, they'll flight. And at the same time, it also happens to you. You will shut down at certain people, you will freeze, you will flight, or you will fawn, and you will start pleasing them. You'll start changing the offer because they're anyway not interested. So let me change a little bit for them so that they get interested. All of that can happen while, say, in same scenarios happening with dating. You're dating somebody, and you're like, maybe now is the time that we can look forward to the next step in this relationship, and they shut down, they numb, and they have had experiences where they want it, they have a desire, and then that's why they are in your universe also. Had they unfollowed you, had they, there are people who are not even liking my post and stories, but they are constantly watching me because they're interested in who I am, what I'm doing. They're not buying from me, but they're interested. And if they're not interested, they could have unfollowed me long back. So I'm not stopping showing up. They are not stopping getting to know me. But when I'm presenting an offer, there will be people who will be not interested. But more than that, I think there will be people who will freeze, flight, fawn, and run away, and may not be ready for it. When it happens in a relationship, in a dating with a partner, what do? We actually keep engaging with it. We allow ourselves to, yeah, I'll just complete. We allow ourselves to build more safe space for the conversation to happen. If it is with a partner, when you know the partner is interested in you, you will build a safe space. You will help them. You will talk to them, and this is actually a very close call. Like you are in a one-on-one consultation call in some sense, and you say that "Okay, good, now after this we are going to be working for 1 year together, and right now the other person is freezing, flighting, they want it, they have a desire in them, but they cannot make that step. So instead of me responding as number one, फ्लाइट क्या इसको तो मेरे को ऑफर पे चाहिए ही नहीं है, इसको पैसे देने नहीं है, इसको काम चाहिए बस, तो मैं भाग जाऊंगी. या फिर शी इज जस्ट वेस्टिंग माई टाइम, शी इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. या फिर बीइंग एंग्री ऑन दैट आई हैव ऑलरेडी talked about the same thing 10 times, why is she not getting it? या फिर freezing, that just I don't know what to do, like this is so weird, like why the heck is this rejection coming up? So I might also resonate to what my client's feeling or have my own reactions to what is happening right now. So instead of making the other person right or wrong, can I love them regardless? Can I engage with them regardless? And can I allow them to feel safe with me? And not make orgasm or closing this call as a goal, but just engaging and connecting with this person, and allowing them to feel safe in this journey with me, considering that important. Second, now you have certain people who don't desire you at all. They're like, they're not interested in this program at all. Right? Yes, Shivang, you want to say something? So what do you think? Like, why do you think that they're not interested in your program? What makes you think that?
Well, when you ask me that question, I feel like I usually don't talk about my programs a lot. Okay. Firstly, that like I feel like I don't put out enough for people to know what is really going to happen. Right? I mean, that's the first thing that's kind of showing up when you ask me.
Yeah. So my question to you is, like, I can sense and yeah, okay. You don't show up in the world, say you want to attract a partner, you wouldn't show up in the world where, because there will be three things that will happen. Either there is fear of rejection, that I'll go become vulnerable in front of people and they'll reject me because of my looks, because of who I am, because of my interest, and they wouldn't want to date me. Or they can be shame, that maybe I'm not so good at it. Maybe, the other person have access to better people, access to better resources. I'm not so great at my, like, even if you are great at your craft, but that's the point of view that you can have, that, maybe I'm not so perfect at it. Maybe I'm not so great at it. There are so many beautiful, amazing people in the world. Why would anybody want to date me? Or there can be guilt of different kinds, uh, guilt of not being able to serve the fullest, not being able to have had past experience where you felt like you could have added more value but you could not, guilt of choosing the wrong people or wrong clients, or get into programs that didn't work out well. Different kind of these objections and rejections can show up. And I use a very nice hack for me, where when I launch something, when I talk about a program, I already consider myself sold out on it. So I don't have this agenda of closing anyone, agenda of, कि ये बंदे तो मेरी क्लास में आने आना चाहिए. I know that I'm already sold out. I know that when I'm launching a program, I desire 10 people in it. 10 people are already there. So now I don't have to convince anybody on it. And I'm showing up in my highest version then, and talking about my program with no lack in the background, but fullest abundance. Like, I know that I'm already sold out. Like, the question is like, if you're already sold out on your offer, on your program, then how would you show up?
Yeah. Um, that makes a lot of sense. And actually, while you were talking, like so many things kind of came up for me. And like it's not a conversation at one level, right? Like there's so much that we are kind of tapping into. There's like one more thing that I just wanted to um talk about is, like you said, that we don't think that when we will launch a program, there's going to be a queue out there, people waiting to sign up, and like they can't get through but they want to get through, and like there is this excitement in everybody's world for your program. Now that is something that the energy of that is so yummy for me. It's just so yummy for me that I really want it. Like I'm like, that is how it should be. Like I know I add value. So and I would like to experience this space where I mean, there's just people waiting for it,
Yeah.
right? For something to be launched.
Yeah,
Uh,
I would like to stop here and say it again. You are not desirable by everyone. The entire audience, say you have 1,000 followers on Instagram, not those 1,000 people are standing in queue right now for you. There is this, and especially people that you might fixate yourself on कि ये ना ये 4 लोग तो मेरे client होने ही होने हैं. Whenever you
no,
get
that will never works. That I think I'm just
but those
that
1,000,
in life also I think doesn't work. That you think that these are the people who will stand for me. These are the people who will come and help me. I think it is completely on that situation need basis. Whoever is around, whatever you can, whatever resources you can mobilize there and then. So I truly believe. Like I used to get fixated earlier, but now I know that that doesn't work. People who really are choosing this are going to come.
yes, and people who are your clients, people who desire what you're offering in the world right now,
Mm.
are constantly coming into that queue for you. So there is a queue for you. There are people who are interested, who have the same desire. Like, they exactly want what Shivangi is and what she is offering in the world. They are standing in queue for you. But actually, more than queue, I'll say that they're out there in the universe. There are those invisible clients um, who are there in the universe, who are vibrating at the frequency your program, your offer is vibrating, and they're constantly being pulled towards it. That's how I like to see it. And
Yeah.
but I also see it as a cue when I felt at some point of time an overwhelm in my world. I was like,
Mm.
oh my God, so many people are desiring this. And I felt like all eyes are on me. And like, there's so many people being pulled, and I think you talked about it again and again. Like you felt like there's so much of attention and there's so much of pulling happening. Then how do you desire it? How do you handle it? And the another hack that I found is that I assume that, okay, now all of these people are in a queue right outside my door. And at the door, there's a guard, there's an assistant, and all these people are right now, in queue waiting for the guard to let them know, okay, now get in. So I felt like, oh my God, this way, like I have like if 100 people are desiring it, would I be taking 100 clients, or how is it gonna happen? Blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, fine. Right now I want to work with 5 people. So I'm calling my assistant to only, you know, get 5 people in. And rest of the people are in waiting list, waiting to work with me. And they
Mm.
cannot, they cannot stop. Like they are just there and they're not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's where the concept of queue comes in.
Yeah. And I guess like this thing of, liking and loving all parts of you and accepting everything about you and of you. I mean, just you starting off with that was like so clear cut, and yeah, I mean, that's how one delivers value. And this is exactly, I see that I'm looking for this value, right? And now, like, the ask is that where are these people, more of these people who are looking for such value?
Yeah, totally. So,
Thank you.
thank you. I'll again put it in very simple words because I know we talked about a lot of things. So, anything that you put out in the world and people are buying for it, buying your product is the result of you creating value. And it is important that you create value. Like the very first step of sex and the very first step of selling is authenticity, like you showing up with everything that you are. And that's when you are in fullest power. Then second step um is actually foreplay. uh, and what are your foreplay thoughts? Like, do you feel like um you want to just get through it, or you want to engage in foreplay? You want to see what else is required, what else can I talk about, how else can I talk about, who else can I tap into, what energy can I be, how would I like to dance, how would I like to show up, and what are the textures of my offer, what are the textures of what is about what I'm selling. I can talk, that is also adding value to the world. When I'm foreplaying, I'm not doing it for me, I'm also even if I'm just touching the hand, I'm touching because I love it, and my partner, my audience enjoy that touch. They feel there is value being added with that touch to them all the time. So that's how in the foreplay also you're adding value. And value addition is something which is important throughout the journey. And anything that you put out in the world is adding value to the audience. Like you have to believe in it also. Um, and value creation is very much the heart of selling, foreplay and uh, intercourse. All of this is very much where you get into the energy of sex. You are totally all in. You are allowing yourself to get more intimate, to explore the parts of you, the parts of the other person where you might not have been before, or maybe in a very different way, maybe in a very different space, in a way with excitement, with curiosity. So, and coming back to authenticity, it will happen when you'll be allowing yourself to express your truth. Authenticity is simply the expression of your truth. So faking it will not work. You have to be truthful to who you are, to your audience. And then anything that you create is the result of your joy, your expression, and that is valuable. And your authentic self can be who likes to play, who likes to create, different ways of experiencing pleasure, who would like to dance, who would like to connect, who would like to um, just know people, who would like to go crazy, who would like to go wild. And all of that is welcomed. And when you come from your authentic self, you create value. And when you create value, you are in the perfect space to serve your clients 100%. Now, the third step of sex and selling is serving your ass off. Like you're fully, completely out there to serve your partner in the energy of sex, to make it the most pleasurable, most fun, most loving, most amazing experience of their lives. And that adds value to you because you are enjoying the journey of it. And you're so committed. And then it becomes so easy to commit, uh, to serve and experience this journey with the client, which might have started with an objection, rejection, and moving on to the journey where you believe in the highest version of the client, you believe the potential of the client, you believe the resourcefulness of the client, that, also believing that your client has the money to pay for it, also believing your client has the strength to overcome the impossible scenarios of their lives, and your belief in them would create it for them. Like, that's how I feel. I know that the only first step that I have to fully, completely commit to is believing in the highest version of my client. And I know that it's done. Like, half of, like, I guess, like 100% of my program is done right there. And now everything else is a bonus. But the question is that, are you creating and generating from your most raw and authentic self? Or are you creating and generating from your supposed self? Everything that brings up endless tone. Would you like to destroy and create all of that? Please write in wronger and bad pod, poke on in shorts, boys, for bats and beyonds. So I have this very unique program where I'm working with manifesting lovers, like manifesting partners. I've had, like, out of like a series of sessions, I have had just one session with my clients. There are like 2 clients who I'm very strongly working with just this. Within this one session, the potential, like lovers have showed up in their lives when they thought that it is completely impossible to have somebody like even being interested for me. And the only thing I felt is very important is to know that whosoever you are, whatever body and shape you are, whatever thought and financial status you are, whatever skill and craft you are, there is a client, there is a partner that exists in the world for you, and you are desired in that version of you, and you are worthy of love in that version of you. And that works both in sex and selling. And your unique client, your partner, your lover is aligned with what you are, with your authentic self, and know what service you can be to them. So they're already sold out on your offer. So you don't have to sell it to them. And now when they're already sold out on your offer because they're exactly vibrating at who you are, how would you like to show up in the world? Now, this is not a salesy energy anymore. This is not a pushy energy anymore. This is the energy of seduction. When you already know that, the other person has desire for what you are offering in the world, then how would you like to seduce them into your programs, into your products, into your um, whatever is that, into your offer? And now the energy of seduction is very much coming from the space of being that violinist, who's standing in the middle of the park, just playing the violin. And its melody is so beautiful that everybody who would like that tune is being pulled towards that violinist. And the violinist is not going out and telling people to listen to the music. The person is so much enjoying this journey of playing the violin, so much, like they're not even trying to prove the value or ask if you like it or not, or that all their energy is going towards their creation. What are they creating? And they're willing to show up with that creation, and they're willing to stand in the center of the park and allow people to hear it. And this violinist just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And people are pulled towards this violinist. They're standing like, all surrounding him or her. So that's how you would be seducing possibilities. You would be seducing clients. You would be seducing partnerships. You would be seducing finances. You would be seducing money to your life. And everything that doesn't allow that and or destroy and create all of that. Please, right and wrong, good and bad, pot, online shorts, purse, pivots, and beyonds. And like everything, this is consensual too. Sex and selling both have to be consensual. So it is important that you ask for consent. It is important that you honor yes and no of the other person. Like, you are showing up in the world. People are interested in your offer. They're talking about it. They're objecting about it. You're letting them know that, you know what, you're engaging with them through these objections. And even then, they're like, no, this is not working for me. You don't fixate on them or put all your energy towards them to make it work. You let them go. You're like, okay, fine, this is not working. Thank you for letting me know. And have had clients who had said no to me for a program that was like 1.2 lakh rupees. No, not, yeah, 1.2. Yeah, like 2 months before and after 2 months, they would sign up for just double of it. And they had the objection regarding money. But when I raised my price, they were willing to pay me more money because until now, their nervous system felt more safe, more relaxed, more ready for the change to come. A lot of people would not choose because the change was so overwhelming for them. Even if they're asking for it, they're truly not ready for it. And they could sense it. No, this is gonna be huge and I am not ready for it. And there are people who would take literally loans to pay you the money. And I have seen that, I have experienced that, and I'm so grateful for the choice that people make. And that has given me the evidence that, money stories are never real. Like every time somebody object you with a money story that, I don't have the money to pay, that is never real. Because I've seen people paying X money when they didn't have X by 4 in their bank account. They paid with their credit card, they paid borrowing from their friends because they had the belief that, this would give them the desired result. And the desired result can, expand the receiving to another level. So you would have to believe in your client's ability and you would have to believe in their resourcefulness, the way you believe in your partner. You believe like when before going to sex, you don't ask them, judge them whether they'll be able to get me come or not. You just go into it. You believe that, this is gonna be a wonderful experience and we are gonna go all in. And even if it does not, it's okay. But I would enjoy the journey with them. And I believe in their highest potential. And I believe it will just get better from here. And everything that doesn't allow you to know, we perceive and receive this, right and wrong, good and bad, pod, in shorts, spurs, pivots, and beyonds. Do we have any questions now? So quickly, I'll again summarize into 4 questions, okay? And I think that would be our last. Like in sex and sales, you would have pre-sex thoughts. Pre-sex thoughts are, am I valuable? Am I desired? Is it worthy? Is it expensive? Is it gonna work? What do I do? All of that. Then you can have during sex thoughts. During sex thoughts is like nobody is liking, nobody's like, this is not going anywhere. What is happening? Um, you're all in your head. It is so tough to come to your body and just flow with it and get into the like pleasure journey of it. And then you can have post sex thoughts. Like now you have already, had the intercourse. Now you already have the participant either by yes or no. Um, you already have the participant actually. And you're like, okay, now you are in, the sales are done, and I go buy Tata and I'm leaving. So this can be the post sex thought where the moment you have had the orgasm, you jump out of the bed to clean yourself because something has happened and you have to go clean yourself and you have to go do something else. Instead of lying in the bed and just making love to a partner, just being with your client, your participant for some more time, to help them feel that if they were not used and you are still there, and they are desired and they feel safe with you, they feel valued. Yeah, I think on these three are enough. So every time you get into the energy of sex, allow yourself to be authentic, allow yourself to come into your body, allow yourself to be present, allow yourself to show up with all who you are, allow yourself to go wild and do not follow any rules, and allow yourself to go crazy and allow yourself to enjoy the journey. Allow yourself to be your most crazy, wacky, wildest self and have fun with it without making orgasm a goal, without making, um, closing this client a goal, but with the only desire to add value, desire to serve, desire to give, desire to offer, desire to enjoy. And then when you have that orgasm, when you have that um, client, when you have that product being sold, when you have that sale being done, really having the gratitude for it, having the safe space for it, really serving your ass off there. When you have that partner in your life, really, really serving your ass off there, really enjoying the life that you have and being in total gratitude for it. And I truly believe in serving, like over promising and over delivering. I always over promise and I always over deliver. So allowing yourself to have that trust in you and in your client, that your client is not coming to you because they're struggling. Your client is coming to you because they want to make their life better. They want to have create a different reality. And seeing your client in their highest version is, I believe, my superpower. And I would like you to tap into that energy and see what that creates for you. So here we are done. It's 9:30. I think we have closed at the very right time. I'll introduce you to this, my beloved offer, beloved program that is intended to help client coaches, healers, and entrepreneurs provide that support where they can get where they can start from A and go to Z, where they can expand on their superpowers, see what are what are their gifts. Then how do they craft their offer, how they talk about it, all the resistance, all the point of views, all the objection that shows up, clearing it all and truly tapping into the energy of creation, the energy of generation, the energy of money, and also serving their um, best, and moving to um, the selling game, moving to the energy of selling, energy of um, yes, all of this. So basically, the kind of topics will be covered is what's your superpower, getting in the momentum, how do you build your offer, how do you build that strong foundation, how do you talk about your offer, a metaphysics of business, where you how do you connect with your business, how do you connect with your offers, how do you talk to them, how do you listen to them, and then how do you fuck the traditional ways of marketing where the number of followers are not equal to number of clients, number of the amount of money you're making, but truly a hard driven marketing. Inviting your teammates, how does body and business are so much in tune, and how can you play with that? Showing up on social media, where how do you not have to have the perfect website, perfect Instagram, perfect post, perfect uh like perfect anything, but your authentic self to show up on social media, and how to craft your unique journey in a space where you feel like maybe you have similar offers, maybe you feel like there are people who are doing similar things, maybe you feel like um there is, I don't know, like how do I scale this up, how do I see myself making, $1 million with it. So crafting your unique conqueror path that you can move on confidently, um, when you are always in the energy of abundance with it, and there is no lack, no resistance, no uh, limiting beliefs that are there to stop you. So if you would like to join, we are starting from January, um, and this is gonna be one full year program. We'll be constantly meeting. There will be one training every month, and then coaching calls, where we'll be getting into 1 to 2 topics at a time. Um, there will be manuals with this program, where you will be working with the manual throughout the journey, different manuals for different trainings. And yeah, a loving community to support you in this journey, who might be facing different similar challenges and similar journeys. So knowing that you are not alone and you can help each other out. So thank you for that. I'll share the PDF in the group, and I hope to see you. If you're interested, let me know. This program is cost at only 36,000 for this entire year. So this is my cheapest program. Um, and I would love to see you there. Umesh, you are looking so wonderful, so beautiful.
Thank you.
Good night. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you,
It
Sonali.
was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.